Salut YouTube. On est à Las Vegas. On a enlevé toute l'eau. Faut descendre. On a une grosse bébête à tuer. Comment je descends? Par là. Une échelle en fait. J'aime pas les échelles à l'œil. Oh mais il y a un... Il y avait une caisse. Et pourvu. La petite caisse. Faut qu'on aille où là? Par là? Ok, let's go. Bon là, il va y avoir des bestioles au milieu. Est-ce qu'on les tue ou pas? J'ai ma petite idée.
Left these machines behind. Could sneak by them. Deal with a big one first.
Je pense que j'ai pas besoin de les tuer. Hein. Donc tout ce qu'on veut, c'est s'occuper de Micheline. Let's go! Elle est plus là.
Poseidon is through there. But where did that machine go?
Elle est pas loin, parce qu'en fait ça ressemble à une arène devant. Oh non.
Was this you? Did you lower the waters?
Yeah, but there's a new problem. That thing's in our way.
Belle queue.
Yeah, it's gonna be difficult to get the embers with that around.
As the scrappy band of adventurers beheld the beast, they knew what they had to do.
What? Are you crazy? Hush now. She saved our Delph.
Okay then.
On va la défoncer.
Stay up here and start firing when I engage.
C'est une belle bête, hein. Ok.
Get to that overhang.
Alors. Elle aime pas le gel, elle aime pas du tout l'électricité, ok. Est-ce qu'elle a des points faibles d'électricité? Elle a des bluettes. Ici, donc on va en profiter pour les taper. Je suis à chier, dommage. Oh, j'ai eu. Ça n'a pas suffi. Je crois que je l'ai eu là. Elle va se faire électrocute. Aïe. Let's go. J'ai pas fait le bon truc. C'est pas grave. En vrai, elle est un peu à chier, ça va. J'avais peur, mais c'est ok à faire. Elle est ok à battre. Belle machine en tout cas. Hein. C'est moi où j'ai raté mon truc. Je crois que j'ai raté. OMG! Qu'est-ce que tu fais? C'est quoi cette attaque? Elle a l'attaque arroseur automatique! C'est impossible de gagner. En vrai, la range de Micheline a un peu abusé. Aïe. Je suis dans l'eau. Oh. Ça c'est impossible. Arrête avec tes arroseurs. Voilà. T'as dit que t'aimais pas trop le gel, je vais te geler. J'aime bien parce que tu bouges pas trop, donc c'est cool. Voilà, gèle-toi. Je t'aide. Très bien. Boum. Est-ce qu'elle est morte en vrai là? Oh. Let's go.
Aloy! You did it!
Attends, je veux récupérer la bébête. Comment on la fouille? Par là. Ah, j'ai le circulateur.
Gentlemen, get a move on.
I'm sweating everywhere.
Bon, ça va, ces bestioles là, elles sont pas dures à battre. Enfin, pas dures. Elles sont ok. Ça, les gars? J'ai pas j'ai pas vraiment détaché de partir. On va fabriquer ça. Ok. Yo Michel.
You guys all right?
More than all right. We did it! All the embers we could ever want, and it's all thanks to you.
Very, heartwarming. But maybe we can just, you know, grab what we came here for and get out before any more of those things decide to show up.
Now, shard counter. Nothing wrong with a little reveling. Though we should probably let our flame-haired friend get going. I believe she has business down here, does she not?
Right, of course. You need any help?
I can handle it from here.
Very well. Well, we'll start taking some of the embers upstairs. Holler if you need us.
Thanks.
Let's go. Pauvre bébête. Bon, Poséidon, t'es où? Ouais, il y a la porte là-bas. Elle baignait vraiment dans son jus.
Poseidon should be somewhere beyond this door. Time to bring him home.
Poséidon! Il y a des voix cheloues. Popo? T'es là, Popo?
Okay. Poseidon should be hiding in some kind of processor. I need to find a console to gain access to it. There. I should be able to use that console.
Dans 2 secondes. Il y a Stanley qui va me parler, je pense.
I can't give up on this place. I'm leaving everything on standby. The system's equipped for runs for decades, if not hundreds of years. It's a long shot, but maybe someday. Against all odds, someone will find this place again. Marvel at its lights and wonders. Discover a fortune and boundless opportunity. Make it their own dream. After all, if the city can give me a second chance, if water can flow in a wasteland, anything's possible.
He was right.
He was right. Allez, j'ai envie de faire un moment photo là. Avec la lumière. Avec la lumière bleue. Paramètres. Visuel. J'ai l'impression qu'on peut faire un truc. Bon, que malgré tout le matériel informatique soit resté intact. Mais que c'est du bon matos, hein. C'est waterproof maintenant. C'est du très très beau matos. Hein. Il y a tellement de poses possibles. Comment on enlève? Allez, la photo est pas bonne. Oh la vache, le 30 FPS. Le clin d'œil me tue. Tout le visage me tue, moi, en vrai. Tout me tue, moi. Faire une photo rapprochée. On va faire un gros plan du visage. Non, par contre. Voilà, c'est le visage que je veux. C'est plus la distance focale que je veux changer du coup. Ah mais non, mais là je la mets plus loin à la distance focale, donc ça sert à rien. Je suis à fond. Hein. Ok, on arrive sur le visage. Je suis trop près en vrai. Je suis trop près. Ok, c'est pas mal là. J'aime bien les trucs surexposés, moi. L'intensité change pas grand chose. Attendez, je teste des trucs. Hein. Petit logo, le truc horrible. Bon baiser de l'Ouest prohibé. Putain, il y a vraiment que ce message là. Quel enfer. J'aime pas trop la luminosité en vrai. En vrai, si on baisse la luminosité mais qu'on surexpose, c'est pas mal. Capture d'écran. Un jour, je récupérerai toutes les captures d'écran de la PS5 et j'en ferai un dossier, je vous promets. Un jour, on verra les photos. Ok. Pardon, YouTube. Poséidon. Poséidon, let's go.
I'm here to bring you home, Poseidon. To Gaia. Elizabeth Sobek. Alpha Prime.
Master override activated. Restoring Poseidon's subordinate function to original.
On va pouvoir retourner au QG et parler à tout le monde. Ça a duré 8 ans, mais ça va être cool.
Okay. Gotta bring us back to Gaia.
Faut ressortir maintenant.
System reboot initiated.
Looks like taking Poseidon triggered a restart of the city's power system. Roland and crew must have headed back up top. With all the embers they could carry, but...
Je suis désappointé aussi, pas de X-Men, mais je sais pas pourquoi, je sens que c'est pas la fin. Je sens une douille. En sortant. Mais peut-être pas, hein. Peut-être que je suis malhonnête. Oh. C'est trop marrant parce qu'on revisite, mais pas sous l'eau maintenant. C'est un jeu stylé quand même. Hein. Visuellement, c'est très beau. Hein. Heureusement que se balader dedans, ça équivaut à... Ça rééquilibre le gameplay flottant. Charles Xavier fait du pole dance de ces bâtiments, tu penses? M'étonnerait, hein. Quasiment sûr qu'il est toujours en fauteuil roulant, Charles. Comment on sort? Voilà. Quasiment sûr que pas de pole dance pour Charles. Oh, vu l'échelle. J'avais pas vu. On va peut-être croiser... Remarque, Charles Xavier dans Horizon, il marche. Donc au final, peut-être... On l'a déjà vu, ça. Oui, c'est l'audio de Stanley qu'on a vu en rentrant. Non, le gros combat de boss, c'était le brise-vague. C'est vrai que... On pourrait utiliser l'ascenseur. Combien de X-Men dans Horizon déjà? Il y en a 4, non? 3 ou 4? En vrai, il y avait les 3 chefs là. Mais il y en a une 4ème qui est morte. Mais elle était pas chef. Donc je sais pas trop. Combien il y en a en tout. En tout cas, Trinity, c'est un X-Men. Il y a Charles Xavier. Et il y a Cyclope. Cyclope, c'est celui qu'on a battu. Enfin, qu'on a combattu, on l'a pas battu du tout. Et ils ont toutes les sentinelles avec eux, là. Vraiment, quel enfer, quoi. Ah, voilà. Ils sont plus là, nos potes? C'est parti. Je suis passé à côté de ça, moi.
Whatever she did, it must have powered up the whole city.
OMG, on a tout alimenté. Ça va être trop bien.
Show my old Gramps always wanted.
There's another.
His dream realized. His old Gramps' legacy ensured.
Pas de nouvelles de Silence encore. Si ce n'est qu'on sait qu'il travaille avec les rebelles. Il les fournit, mais on sait pas.
When I saw the Embers as a child, I never dreamed they could...
Et il aide les Zéniths lointains aussi.
Thank you.
Enfin les X-Men.
Well, did you find what you were looking for?
I did. And now I have to move on.
Oh. Oh. Come back when you can. I got big plans for this place.
I thought you wanted to put on shows with the Embers back in the claim.
Oh, no. This is the show. Oh, can you imagine? Folks from all over the land coming to take it all in. Plus some food and a nice place to stay.
Not to mention a variety of entertainment venues.
Don't forget, games of chance. Plenty of shards to be had there for certain.
A new dream, huh? I hope you make it happen. Goodbye, gentlemen.
Oh la synchro!
Delve is a story for the ages. All thanks to you.
Il y a la lampe d'Aladin derrière.
If Moreland and crew's gonna stay, maybe I should come back and check on them later. For now, I need to get Poseidon back to Gaia. But with all the ruins here, I might want to look around before I head back. And with my new diving mask, I can swim as deep as I need to. Like at those deep water sites I found earlier.
Oh, my old Gramps would have watched these.
On peut faire affaire avec Abadoun.
A lot of shards to get this place up and running.
Ok. Il y aura peut-être des quêtes secondaires pour eux, avec eux plus tard. Mais pas là, quoi. En tout cas, c'est joli, hein. Let's go. La seule flaque d'eau qu'il y a, je me la suis prise. Il y avait pas un feu, là? Ah si, je suis débile. Pas de la lampe d'Aladin, tu fais sortir Jenny version Will Smith pour Slaplix. Keep my wife's name out of your mouth. Out of your fucking mouth. Ok? Bon, on a toujours le chemin bloqué par ça, mais je suppose que ça sera avec le dernier... Elle est où la dernière? Ah, c'est là les coordonnées de Déméter. Je suppose que ça va être le dernier outil. Ou un truc du genre. Dans tous les cas, nous, on va aller rendre à Gaïa. Hein. On va aller rendre machin à Gaïa. Poséidon à Gaiax. Retournons à la base. Ça va être le moment de full dialogue, je pense. Il va y avoir beaucoup de dialogue, là. Préparez-vous. Énormément de dialogue, là. Avec tout le monde. Ah, c'est incident que j'ai appris que le mot fuck était plus censuré que les autres insultes de stage. Je comprends pas pourquoi c'est pire que le reste, mais bon. En vrai, toutes les insultes sont plus ou moins censurées, mais ouais, le fuck, c'est vraiment un mot tabou. J'ai jamais trop compris pourquoi. Ils ont rien à me dire en vrai. Marrant ça. Var là! Rien à dire. C'est ultra mal vu en public. Non, mais ils sont très puritains. C'est-à-dire qu'ils ont pas de problème à montrer des gueules en sang. Par contre, s'il y a un téton ou le mot fuck, c'est un problème. Hein. Je trouve ça vraiment bizarre. Pour rester poli. Elle est où Alpha déjà? Je crois qu'elle est en bas par là, non? Je sais plus où elle est Alpha. Non, elle est peut-être... C'est un escalier, je crois. C'est là, non? Je crois qu'elle est là, Alpha. Ouais, elle est là. C'est bêta, c'est pas alpha.
Hey, you got a second? I suppose.
Qu'est-ce que tu deviens?
So have you been able to make use of your expertise? I guess so. Gaia transferred a lot of data on Hephaestus to study. And? Any insights? It looks like it's been modifying its code, increasing in size and complexity over the years. There's a lot to analyze still. Okay, well... keep at it.
Le motherfucker de Samuel Jackson, il est bien censuré quand même. On entend que le Mother en général.
Stairs at all? Not really. Varl sometimes comes down here to talk. He keeps asking if I'm okay. I thought he only wanted to know about my productivity, but... it's almost like he actually wants to talk to me. Yeah, I think he does. Have you talked with anyone else in the base?
I speak with Gaia. She asks me how I'm feeling and my opinion on various topics. I didn't expect that from an AI.
That's all thanks to Elizabeth. She believed Gaia had to care, not just follow her programming orders.
I know. Independent emotional processing enabled the previous version of Gaia to create you, after all.
Yeah. I guess so.
Adios, bêta.
It's time for me to go. I'll check on you later.
J'allais voir Gaïa là en fait.
Sure.
C'est marrant parce qu'elle avait des nouveaux dialogues, mais elle avait pas d'icône de nouveaux dialogues au-dessus de sa tête. Donc j'ai envie de canner en fait. Sors quand Gaïa 1.0 dans ton équipe de recherche. Alors. Jamais. C'est pas comme ça que ça marche les IA. Mais tranquille. Enfin pour le moment c'est pas comme ça que ça marche. Malheureusement. Pas plus facile hein. Yo Erend. Les fils de Prométhée.
I found out who's running the Sons of Prometheus. A woman named Sarah.
Oh no.
En fait, ils ont de nouveaux dialogues, faut aller leur parler.
How Durval had a band of freebooters that retaliated against the Karja.
Boo.
She was one of them. First female tinker in the claim to run her own forge. But when her family got killed in the Red Raids, she went bad. Real bad. I thought she was dead though, taken out by one of Murad's guys.
Well, she's not. And she wants revenge against the Karja. We have to find out where she's operating from and stop her.
I haven't had any luck finding someone with a focus at chain scrapes, so I'll be scouting out Baron Light next.
I'll keep tracking her lackeys out west.
We'll find her. We have to. It's thugs like her who murdered my sister.
You should know. Silence is involved with the Sons of Prometheus. He's the one who gave them the override tech to begin with.
Why doesn't that surprise me? That's probably all part of some master plan, huh?
At least we know we're good at wrecking those.
Damn straight.
Petite partie d'attaque.
I see you've got strike set up. Mind if I have a go?
Ah, le jeu de société.
Sure. Now let's do it.
Let's go. On n'avait pas joué encore aujourd'hui. Plateau aléatoire, non terminé. Bon, ça va, faut le battre qu'une fois. Pourquoi mes séries, elles disparaissent à chaque fois que je quitte le jeu? Je vais péter un câble, hein. Je suis à chaque fois obligé de tout refaire. Je devienne fou, hein. Du coup, lui. On a des lions. Il balait. 3-3. Ensuite. C'est lui. Il me manque un 2. J'avais un +1 à chaque truc. Ah c'est ça, voilà. Lancez le défi! En fait, je peux pas sauvegarder ma série? Non, y a pas. C'est le jeu qui bug, je pense.
Let's play.
Seul jeu vidéo que j'ai jamais... Ah non, le seul jeu que j'ai aimé dans le jeu vidéo ces dernières années, c'est le Gwen de The Witcher. Le Gwen de The Witcher, c'était bien. Mais en vrai, une fois que... la profondeur stratégique du Gwent est assez limitée, je trouve. Enfin, en tout cas, dans The Witcher 3. J'ai pas essayé dans le jeu qu'ils ont sorti derrière, qui était uniquement orienté Gwent. Enfin, ils ont fait un jeu Gwent tout court, et ils ont fait aussi un jeu d'aventure vu de dessus qui était orienté Gwent aussi. Et je l'ai pas fait non plus. Et dans The Witcher 3, en fait, tu pouvais avoir des cartes tellement fortes que la stratégie passait ailleurs, quoi. Ça servait à rien. De toute façon, il n'y a qu'une partie à gagner là, donc ça va aller vite en vrai. Ça va même aller très très vite.
Your turn.
C'est quoi ces pièces? Il a un rasoptère, il a un pillard, il a un galogriffe, et il a un ravageur. Le ravageur, il est un peu chiant.
What should I do?
On va faire ça.
All yours.
Et en vrai, ce mini-jeu, il est assez cool. Enfin, je l'aime bien. T'as testé les deux jeux dont je parlais? Et du coup? Gwen, j'avais pas trop accroché. Le jeu de Gwen tout court? Bah, ça devait être du Gwen, quoi. C'est un jeu de cartes, non? Mais c'est pas ouf. Je sais pas, je me rends pas compte.
My turn. I'm done.
Ça le fait reculer, mais du coup, moi, ça me fume derrière. Tu peux m'avoir de là. Non, attaque qu'un. C'est pas du tout ça que je voulais faire. Non.
There it goes.
Je vais quand même le faire.
Okay.
Ok.
I could do this.
Bon, il va me fumer ça.
And it's
Ça me va.
out. Let's see what you got.
Attends, mais tu perds beaucoup en faisant ça. Tu perds pas tant que ça en vrai. Mais c'est un haut de patte. Je crois que c'était lui. Ah, j'ai fait de la merde. Je me suis gouré dans mes trucs. Pas très grave. Hein. Pas très grave, mais un peu chiant. Ah oui, c'est Thronebreaker. Le nom du jeu, j'avais oublié.
You're up.
Ok. Thronebreaker, j'ai moins que fini, mais j'aime beaucoup. Gwent, en gros, c'est des parties en multi contre d'autres joueurs. Hearthstone avec un skin Witcher. Ouais, bah c'est ça, c'est du Gwent, quoi. Ce qui me semblait. Hein.
Ah! I had that machine right where I wanted it.
C'est bien ce qui me semblait, hein. Je sais pas trop comment les battre. Je vais les battre, mais je sais pas trop comment. Je vais faire ça.
Off the board they go.
Je vais faire ça. Comme tout ça. Mais là, mon hippo est mort.
That one's a goner.
Oh.
You're up.
Il est fou d'avoir fait ça. Non? T'es un fou, Michel. Il est complètement zinzin.
Oh, thank the forge you hid an armored spot. Just one piece left.
Il est zinzin. La musique en fond est cool, la musique en fond est cool. Il est mort.
Your turn.
Je sais pas pourquoi il a fait ça. Je comprends pas le délire.
You won, fair and square.
J'ai gagné, Rend. Trop bien. Et Ren, t'es nul au jeu. C'est bon, j'ai gagné, je me casse.
Business then.
Adieu.
And let me know if you find any sense of Prometheus in Barren Light.
I will. Don't worry.
So they carved him.
Défi d'arène réussi. L'arène. Hein? J'étais pas dans l'arène.
What can I do for you?
Mais t'as plus rien à me dire, toi, Varl, on est d'accord? Varl, il a rien de nouveau à me dire. Comme d'hab, il sert à rien, Varl. Zo, t'as des trucs à me dire, Zo?
You're back.
About the land gods. What did you want?
We need to kill two. I sent their. Got it.
Ah, c'est vrai elle m'a donné une quête secondaire, elle. Et... Il reste un mec, je sais plus où il est. Je sais qu'il est dans une chambre, mais je sais plus laquelle. Ah, il est là. Yo!
You look like you
Kotalo, c'est vrai.
As do you.
Rien de neuf.
I should go.
I have
Ok, allons parler à Gaïa. Hop, 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 on va lui donner Poséidon. Open la puerta.
Welcome back, Aloy. I see you have recovered Poseidon.
J'ai récupéré Poséidon, wesh. On va donner les modules de drone aussi. Donner la prothèse que t'as trouvée hier soir.
More data for the dome.
Pas sûr que ce soit le même jeu. Si je mets ce drone, c'est joli ou pas pour parler? On est dans le désert. C'est stylé. Parlons-lui déjà. Je ne peux pas parler à Gala sans avoir mis le truc. Triste. T'avais pas une quête pour lui offrir un bras à Kotalo? Alors je viens de spoiler un truc que j'ai vu hier. Pardon, Florence. Non, non, il n'y a pas de bras à lui offrir à Kotalo. Non, non, 0 bras. Hein. Kotalo, pas de bras. Il l'a perdu, tant pis pour lui.
Aloy, can you come downstairs? Beta has something you need to hear.
J'ai récupéré Poséidon.
I'll be right down.
J'ai plein d'XP surtout.
I have managed to unlock additional rooms within the facility.
Got it.
Ok. On va rentrer dans un tunnel de dialogue. J'espère que vous êtes prêts. Mais avant toute chose, trophée. Parlons à Gaïa.
Hey, Gaia. I'm back.
So I see what is on your mind.
Question au sujet des fonctions subordonnées. Poséidon.
Were you able to make use of Poseidon?
Yes. Many rivers, streams, and lakes associated with the regional watershed have been detoxified. As a result, red algae growth levels have seen a marked decline. According to my data, however, it appears a localized occurrence of red algae continues to persist near the coast.
Maybe I'll look into it when I can. So, So Poseidon spent the last 20 years hiding out in Las Vegas. From the data I found, it seems the city had an advanced water reclamation system. Is that why Poseidon went there?
Most likely. In an effort to protect itself, Poseidon sought out a safe harbor where it could access water supply functions. There, buried and encased in a protective dome, it could guard against any threats.
Like 3 Oseram showmen?
I suspect that was not the first time it felt the need to repel trespassers.
L'enfer. Quand je serai un streamer ultra connu, j'en ferai du merch. Je ferai une boîte à meux, en fait. Quand je serai connu, en merch, je ferai une boîte à meux. Quand tu la retournes, ça dit « Je suis à chier !» En boucle. Ça sera énorme.
So there's a few people here now, and they're learning. All about you, the ancient world. Almost like what was supposed to happen before Apollo was purged.
Yes. While the loss of the Apollo database was catastrophic, there is still much that can be gleaned from the data you have uncovered. For instance, Varl has been reviewing the last recorded entries from those who perished during the Pharaoh Plague. Hearing their hopes and fears made him quite somber.
Anything I should be worried about?
I do not believe so. I have elected not to intervene, to allow him to process this on his own terms.
How's Erend handling things?
He is becoming increasingly...
What did he do?
He unfortunately crushed his first focus amongst a number of Oseram. He has given repeated assurance.
On l'a déjà vu ce dialogue. Retour. À propos de l'Ancien Monde. Découverte de l'Ancien Monde.
The processor Ether was installed on was part of an ancient war museum. A memorial to something called the Hot Zone Crisis. Do you know anything about it?
My knowledge of historical events was unfortunately lost with the Apollo database. However, climate data indicates a peak in regional temperatures in the 2030s. Such conditions would see extreme, prolonged droughts, an increase in dust storms, and a loss of habitable landmass.
But they wouldn't have built a museum in the middle of a wasteland. So I guess things got better eventually.
Yes. Data suggests that temperatures return to average levels in the clawback era of the 2040s.
En 2040, on va en avoir quelque chose à foutre de l'écologie apparemment.
When I dove down into Vegas, I found data about the man who built the dome over the city, Stanley Chen. It turns out he was a member of Far Zenith. But if he loved Vegas so much, why did he abandon it? Why not try to save it?
The Zeniths at their core have proven to be exceptional survivalists. Faced with overwhelming odds of extinction, they chose to flee.
Even still, what he achieved. Water to the wasteland, an entire city brought back to life. 1,000 years later, the whole place was still on standby, just waiting for someone to come along and wake it up.
Ouais, c'est Vegas, hein. Une ville au milieu du désert, on rappelle.
See you later, Gaia.
Until next time, Aloy.
Ça vient de déclare en 2030, ça se passe en Inde actuellement avec leur pic à 50 degrés. Ouais, non mais c'est fou, hein. Enfin là, les températures, tous les ans, qui grimpent, c'est dingo, hein. Je sais pas si c'est ça qui veut nous exterminer, si c'est l'écologie, ou si on va mourir avant. Je suis positif, hein. Parce que moi, la météorite, je l'attends, mais elle a pas l'air d'être là, quoi.
Welcome back.
Je regarde s'ils ont pas des nouveaux dialogues. Il y a toujours sa partie d'attaque de mort, lui.
Think we could talk.
Of course.
I should probably.
I'll be here.
Bon, on va voir vers les bêtas. C'est apparemment c'est la quête.
I don't think that door had power before, but Looks like it's malfunctioning.
Je vais l'ouvrir, moi.
Looks like some kind of maintenance space.
De l'argent. Plein d'argent. C'est pas qu'il faut éteindre l'humanité, juste la reboot. Faudrait rebooter la matrice en fait. Je suis pas sûr que ça arrive. C'est bien le problème.
Where this leads. Ourselves. Huh.
Des batteries. Pour faire quoi? Vous les emmenez où les batteries? En bas? Pas comme si tu pouvais les emmener ailleurs de toute façon. Donc le Ben est pas en Bruce Wayne. Pas 8ème fois, mais à l'échelle planétaire. Ça serait cool hein.
That did it.
Aloy? A bunch of lights just turned on up here? Was that you?
Yeah, I guess.
Ouais c'est moi, je fais 2-3 trucs Eren. Je sais pas trop ce que j'ai fait, mais je l'ai fait. Mais nous ici. Ah, ça mène ici. Il y a des lumières? J'ai pas vu. Du coup, là, il y a quoi? Ah, on est avec Beta et Varl déjà, ok.
Hi! Happy birthday, Isaac. Daddy sure does love his little big man.
She found that recording from the data on your focus. She's been watching it a lot. I think it helps calm her.
Toujours, même au jeu ici. Hein. Je sais pas ce que je fais, mais je le fais.
I know I used to watch this a lot too. Whenever I wanted to take my mind off things.
Daddy sure does love his little big.
But there's something you need to tell me?
While you were gone, I came down here to check on her. Then we started talking. Right, Beta? She's been thinking about how to capture Hephaestus, studying the data Gaia gave her. But we started talking about some other stuff. You know, just getting to know each other, right? And then she told me that one of the Zeniths might be different from the others.
Tilda. You saw her at the Hades proof.
Trinity, elle est différente?
Go on.
On the way to Earth, the Zeniths never showed their faces. My servitor caretaker referred to them as my benefactors, and promised I'd meet them someday, when I had learned enough.
And then?
One day, a data channel opened in my training interface. In it, Tilda was waiting for me, in a virtual replica of a house on a cliff, overlooking the ocean. It was beautiful. She showed me paintings, books, media files. We met there in secret many times. But a few months later, it stopped.
Can you tell us why, Beta?
I found some data about Tilda at the Hades Proving Lab. I think she was the liaison between Far Zenith and Zero Dawn. She knew Elizabeth Sobek, that's for sure.
Maybe that's why she reached out to you?
What else can you tell us about Tilda?
She liked to talk about her paintings.
What about herself? Did she ever talk about her life on Earth, how she joined the Zeniths, something like that?
She never said much about herself, and she hated it when I asked too many questions. But I think back on Earth, She was an expert programmer, given that she built a data channel the other Zeniths couldn't detect.
Is there anything else about her that we might be able to use to our advantage?
She was the first real person who ever bothered to speak to me. I wasn't really assessing her for strengths and weaknesses.
Faut s'énerver, hein.
You said that Tilda reached out to you using a data channel?
It appeared in my training interface as another assignment. When I opened it, there were a series of intermittent glitches. I realized they formed a transpositional cipher. Instructions on how to open up a new virtual space. When I entered it, my training interface disappeared. Instead of the usual holographic teachers and files, I was in a perfect recreation of her home.
And you're sure the other Zeniths never knew about it?
To them, it looked like I was still in training, toiling away, alone.
Trop forte, Tilda. Trinity, elle est trop forte. Peut-être trouver Neo, hein.
So this secret virtual space
Peut-être, mais d'abord.
looked like a house with an ocean view?
I could see whitecaps and hear waves crashing on rocks below. And there were gulls crying outside.
C'est la maison de Tilda. Il va falloir retrouver sa vraie maison.
That showed off her favorite paintings, changing at intervals to match the light. There was an armchair she liked. She'd sit there and gaze outside while I looked through her things. We spent hours in that house. I never wanted to leave.
You said Tilda showed you paintings and let you access media files?
Every time we met, she showed me a new painting. I think she was Dutch. All of her favorite pieces were from their golden age in the 1600s. Portraits, allegories, ships at sea. She had so many.
Je dis que c'est Trinity Tilda, mais en fait, je me souviens plus de son nom, donc j'en ai aucune idée. Ça se trouve, c'est une autre. Mais ça m'étonnerait. On n'a pas eu beaucoup de zéniths lointains. C'était la seule fille de mémoire. Encore vivante.
This one called Second Time Around, about a family whose kid comes back after disappearing during the Hot Zone crisis.
Right, but did this portal have anything about the Zeniths themselves? Anything we could use?
No. Any information about them was redacted.
C'est Trinity? Ok.
So Tilda set up a secret virtual space where she could talk to you, a house on a cliff. Then later, she cut you off. But other than the fact that Tilda knew Elizabeth, you don't know why she did those things?
I don't! Okay? I thought of every possible reason that would make her leave, but whatever I did wrong, I don't know what it is. When I finally met the others, she ignored me. Acted like the data channel never existed. None of this even matters. Tilda's the same as the others. It won't help us defeat them.
Okay. Let's leave it at that then.
Kiran Moss, ouais, totalement.
What's wrong?
I'm trying, Laurel. But she is tough to take. I'm out there in the wilds, risking my life every day, and all she can do is hide in there and tell us how hopeless it all is. I'm sorry, she's had a rough time, but she is really not helping right now.
You always seem to be on top of everything, so I sometimes forget about what you've been through. I mean, it wasn't that long ago you were so banged up you couldn't even walk. About that. When I pulled you out of the water back near the proving lab, you were muttering Rost's name. You never talk about him. But he raised you, trained you.
Val qui choisit littéralement le meilleur moment pour me parler de mon père.
Of course I do. But I don't have time to think about that now. I need to get back out there.
Okay. I'll keep working with Beta. Gaia says she knows a lot about Zero Dawn. And maybe she just needs some time to adjust, and then she can help us with Hephaestus.
Sure. But I won't hold my breath.
Let's gong.
It's you. Hey, I just, I'm fine. And look, about earlier, forget it. Was there anything else?
Priorité serait de réparer la porte. Voilà. Ça a failli tuer Varl. Question à propos de Tilda. Attends, mais c'est les mêmes, non?
What else can you tell me about Tilda?
She liked to talk about her paintings.
What about herself? Did she ever talk about her life on Earth, how she joined the Zeniths, something like that?
She never said much about herself, and she hated it when I asked too many questions. But I think back on Earth...
Merde.
What
Y'a pas moyen de passer les dialogues un par un?
You said Tilda showed you paintings and let you access media files?
Every time we met, she showed me a new painting. I think she was Dutch. All of her favorite pieces were from their golden age in the 1600s. Portraits, allegories, ships at sea. She had so many.
They didn't interest you?
I liked her media portal. It had so much more than my training interface. Clips, shows, holos. My favorite was this one called Second Time Around, about a family whose kid comes back after disappearing during...
C'est les mêmes dialogues. Hein. C'est marrant parce que c'est les mêmes dialogues et ça me met comme si je les avais pas eus.
That's
good.
C'est débilos le jeu. C'est débilos. Oh, ils ont tous des nouveaux dialogues, let's go!
Hey, Aloy. It's everything all right? It seemed like you and Varl were down in that basement for a while.
Yeah, everything's fine.
Bon, on est parti pour le tunnel, hein. Je vous avais dit que c'était un tunnel.
What can I do for you?
How are things going around here?
Hey, you tell me. Varl's new girlfriend tried to kill me earlier.
What did you do?
I made one joke about how they, you know, eat grass a lot. How does anyone fight with nothing but tree leaves in their stomach anyway?
From the looks of it, the Utaru.
Yeah, well, I wasn't expecting her to be that fast.
Just try not to get hurt. I see someone's been playing Strike.
I'm just trying to get some practice in. Helps take my mind off things.
You should try playing Katalo. It's a Tanakh game. Maybe you'll learn something.
Oh, sure, Tanakh. Sure he won't try and kill me if I win?
Pretty sure. Do I smell ale?
I brought some over from Chain Scrape. With everything that's been going on, I thought we could all use a drink. Besides, there is nothing that brings people together like a good brew. That's what my sister always said, anyways. You're more than welcome to have some.
Maybe another time. You still sifting through loads of data?
Yeah, it's interesting. There's lots of words. I thought maybe I could try finding things with more, you know, pictures in it. Not much luck there, but I did find out about these holofilms. Like images put together to tell a story. They were made to look like they were the real thing. The Oseram like shows. I bet they pay a lot of shards for those hollows.
Il y a 118 nouveaux dialogues par perso.
Yeah, it's been helpful. When I could make sense of anything. I did find the old ones enjoyed a good brew like the rest of us. Only they let machines serve the stuff in bars. They even let the damn things cut you off before you saw the underside of a table. And that's half the fun. You won't see me letting a robot serve me a pitcher anytime soon.
Adieu, Erend!
I should get going.
Back to reading, I guess. Do be careful out there.
Ok, les 118 dialogues de Varl.
Hey, got a sec?
Of course.
Oh, il a plein de dialogues.
How's training?
discovering something new about our past every day. When we first met, you asked me if I ever wondered what this world looked like when the old ones lived here. I thought it was strange at the time, but a lot has changed since I left the Embrace. Now I'm just trying to make sense of everything I thought I knew and versus everything I know now.
The change is hard, but it gets easier over time. You feeling okay?
I was just thinking about Beta and all that time spent with the Zeniths. To think someone would make a person just to lock them in a room to use when needed, like some sort of tool. Elizabeth Sobek sacrificed herself for the world, and yet they have no trouble treating Beta like a slave.
Another reason we have to stop them. It's hard to believe we're dealing with the original Zeniths. The same ones that left for Sirius 1,000 years ago.
To live on for so long, it doesn't seem natural.
Because it's not.
That weapon we found where Beta was hiding, any chance we can use that against them?
Sylens made sure that wasn't an option.
Why would he build something to hurt Far Zenith, yet allow them to capture you?
With Sylens, there's always an angle. We just don't know what it is yet. What do you make of this Tilda that Beta was talking about?
Well, I can't shake off the feeling that Tilda wanted something from Beta. Maybe because she's Elizabeth Sobek's clone? But whatever she wanted, I don't think she got it. If we knew what it was, maybe we could use it to our advantage somehow.
I don't know. I don't think Tilda and Elizabeth were on the best of terms.
Oh well. At least we can take some comfort in knowing the Zeniths don't trust each other.
Maybe.
Merci Midova.
You brought up Rost before. I do think about him. You know, he was all I had. And he brought me up the best he could. Not only that, when Hades discovered who I was and sent the Eclipse after me, he sacrificed himself so I could survive. But that seems like ages ago. So much has happened since. What I'm doing now, I don't think he could even begin to understand it. The Sacred Lands were all he really knew. So I can't let myself dwell on him. Not with everything I have to do.
I understand. Sometimes when I think about my sister, about what she would have become if she had survived the Proving, it hurts. And I just need to bury it for a while. But only for a while, Aloy. You can't ignore it forever. Memories always come back. The ones that matter, anyway.
I know. But for now, the mission has to come first.
Fair enough.
C'est gênant en ce moment, Varl. Le gros plan sur ta tête.
I should get back out there.
Ah, il a pas tort, Varl. Hein.
Here if you need us.
Mais bon. Voilà. C'est le moment des 115 dialogues de Zo.
Aloy.
Hey, how's everything going?
I am well, but Varl told me Beta's having a hard time adjusting to life here with us. I wish there was something I could do to help.
I'm not sure any of us can.
A tree won't bear fruit in a day. We'll do our best to make her feel welcome.
J'ai des quêtes sous l'eau à aller faire, j'ai pas le temps de niaiser, moi. Les zéniths.
Zenith did a number on Beta. But she seems to trust Varl.
I still can't believe she told him the Zeniths are immortals. Old ones who cut themselves off from the cycle of life and decay. I've never heard of anything so selfish. To deny our dying bodies to the earth. To doom the life that would bloom in their place. It's despicable.
Found anything else combing through that data?
Varl and I have been looking into the animals of the old world. Apparently there used to be thousands more species roaming around than there are today. Can you imagine that? I'd give anything to see them. Even as holograms. Though I know that without Artemis or Apollo that may prove difficult. At least I can find comfort in knowing Gaia used many of them as inspiration for her machines. Her memory honors them.
Je crois pas, Midoba, que j'ai réussi à faire le grand coup. Qu'on n'avait pas réussi à faire tomber il y a... Enfin, qu'on n'avait pas réussi à grimper il y a quoi? Il y a 20 heures? 30 heures de jeu? 30 heures de jeu, je dirais.
What are you going to learn next?
Je checkerai après, mais je crois pas. Hein.
I'm not sure.
Je crois qu'il est toujours verrouillé.
Asked Gaia for suggestions, and she brought up data you found on something called a museum. From what I gather, the old ones would store knowledge in them for all to see and learn from, like you've done here for us. Maybe one day more people will be able to use this place to learn the way we have.
That sounds crowded, but nice. Are you guys training with Erend as well?
If you count trying to stick a spear in his gut as training, then yes.
I've been told. Please tell me you weren't being serious, though.
Of course not.
Good.
I was going for a couple of broken bones. He called the Utaru leaf grazers. Laughed at the idea of us simple farmers being formidable fighters. Before I knew it, he and I were battling it out in the common room. The man is slow, but he can throw a hammer around. Don't look so worried. We're evenly matched. For now. Next time he's going down like a load of boar dump.
Just try not to kill each other.
Injuring his pride should be good enough.
On avait le grappin dès le début du jeu. Et le tuba va pas aider. J'ai pas d'autres améliorations qui pourraient m'aider à faire ça depuis. Donc je sais pas trop en vrai.
Is there anything I can help with around here?
Oh no, we're doing fine.
Are you okay?
You and Varl have been friends for a while.
I like to think so.
I was wondering, what do you know about his mother?
Oh.
That bad, huh?
Why do you want to know?
He's spoken of his sister, Vala, but I noticed he avoids talking about his mother.
She's the war chief of the Nora. Best warrior the tribe's ever known. Tougher than a Thunderjaw, but she could be pretty harsh at times.
I see. That must have been hard on him. Thank you for telling me. I feel silly not being able to ask Varl directly.
I wouldn't worry about it. He's probably afraid Sona will scare you off someday.
I'd like to see her try.
Dit quelque chose Sona. Dans le premier qu'on a croisé souvent, je crois.
I should get going.
Good luck on your search.
Ok, reste plus que Kotalo. C'est bientôt fini.
Fire away.
Think it's time for me to go.
Je voulais checker un truc. Désolé. Kotalo, t'es dans quelle pièce déjà, Kotalo? Je sais jamais. T'es après. T'es là, je crois. Kotalo!
So that's where the rebels chose.
Mind if we have a word?
Of course not.
Ton entraînement.
Must be strange, seeing everything through a focus now.
I can see machines like never before. Their strengths and weaknesses simply reveal themselves to me. To think that such a tiny object might be the most powerful weapon I've ever possessed.
What do you think of this place? It must take some getting used to.
It's an efficient center of operations, and an acceptable training facility. Though it could use some more color.
Duly noted. Does it still hurt?
It comes and goes. I try not to think about it, but its absence is always present for me. It's difficult to explain.
I can't claim to understand. Only empathize.
Then you have my thanks.
Have you spoken with Erend at all?
I've had little chance to. I did see him bring some ale from out east.
That stuff's as bitter as self-brush.
You get used to it, eventually. In fact, I wouldn't mind a drink myself.
I'm sure Erend wouldn't mind sharing.
Ça va devenir les deux meilleurs potes.
If I can help in some way, say the word.
I will. Thank you.
On a parlé avec tous nos potes. Il nous reste
I was able to unlock that door.
cette porte.
There's a lot of equipment in here. Gaia, what was all this for?
This room was designed for management of the facility's vast seed banks. From here, Control center operatives would have monitored new crop rotations into the automated farmlands, now known as Plainsong.
I see. According to this console, there are still thousands of plant samples stored deep below the facility. I could ask Gaia about them the next time I talk to her.
On va pouvoir retourner parler à Gaia. Ça manquait de dialogue à Gaia en vrai. C'est ma chambre ça? Ouais, let's go. On a des nouveaux dialogues.
Beta's been difficult to figure out. She's just so closed off. I get that the Zeniths were cruel to her, that the one called Tilda abandoned her, but I can't get her out of her shell. I don't know. Maybe nothing can.
C'est vrai que la musique chill de la base elle est cool.
I know Varl meant well bringing up Rost. I guess it's hard to talk about. With everything going on, it feels easier to set those memories aside. At least for now.
Tout de gong. On retourne parler à Gaia. Ce n'est jamais fini. Le tunnel de dialogue n'est jamais fini quand on est à la base.
Welcome back.
I'm back, Gaia.
Hello, Aloy. What would you like to discuss?
Les graines. Notre progression. Bêta.
So I talked to Beta. Didn't learn much.
It seems to me you did. From what she describes, the Zeniths controlled every aspect of her life, even as they shunned her. This Tilda was the first person she ever had contact with. An abrupt severance of such a relationship would be very emotionally damaging.
Yeah, I guess you're right. I found some data in one of the rooms you unlocked. It mentioned that there are still functional seed banks beneath this facility. Why is it there?
My predecessor was tasked with reconstituting the biosphere with primary and secondary plant species. Had everything gone according to plan, humans would have eventually been able to introduce tertiary species, including new crops.
Can we access them now?
Unfortunately, it will have to wait. I require control over the machines in order to access and distribute the preserved seed stock.
And for that we need a Festus. It's something to look into later then.
Let's go. Oui, il reste des trucs.
The Zeniths. Gerard, Eric, Tilda, Verbena.
Gérard.
Some of the most powerful people on Earth. I think
Gérard Xavier.
Tilda. Did she ever mention her to you?
No. Elizabeth often spoke of her work, or told stories of her mother and her childhood. If she knew this Tilda, she did not disclose it with me. What we can conclude from your and Beta's experiences is that the Zeniths are ruthless in pursuit of their goal. To protect life on Earth, they must be stopped.
C'est fini?
I'll be off.
Nous sommes libres.
Farewell, for now.
Nous sommes libres, les amis. C'est quoi la quête principale, là? C'est les coordonnées de Déméter. C'est bon. Nous avons fini. Nous avons fini. Et effectivement, si je regarde mon... On va sortir de la base. OMG. Attendez, avant de sortir de la base, il faut récupérer ce qu'il y a dans le coffre. Voilà. Je peux pas récupérer, je me casse. Adieu! Adieu la base! suis pas parti du bon côté, je pense. Oh, c'est beau. Ok. Peut-être falloir qu'on se fasse ça. Je sais pas. Du coup, attendez, c'était quoi la question de Midova déjà? Ah, c'était lui? Ah non, c'était pas lui. C'était lui? Ah non, c'était lui, voilà. Et ouais, je peux pas l'avoir. Je peux peut-être l'avoir maintenant, remarque. Mais il a toujours l'air d'être verrouillé. Bon, ça a l'air d'être la baise. Quoi qu'il en soit, on a récupéré Poséidon, c'était génial. On va probablement essayer de faire les quêtes... on va faire quelques quêtes secondaires que je pouvais pas faire avec la flotte avant. Genre celle-là. Des bisous YouTube.